BugsonTheRun Podcast.
BugsonTheRun Podcast is episode 3. And I got my man KY with me. And this episode called Life Lessons and Morals. What's up with you, KY?
What's up, bloody?
What you on?
Big sick shit, you know.
Yeah, man, appreciate you for coming to the podcast and shit.
That you up, don't leave me hanging, bitch.
My fault, bro. We been talking about this shit for a little minute, trying to put this shit together type shit.
For sure.
What's up with you? What you been on today?
You saying today or in general?
Yeah, what you was on today? Like, how you doing?
Shit, running around, you know, doing the usual shit, you mean? Getting my ones and twos together, you feel me? Being the realest nigga breathing, you feel me? You know,
So
making that shit look cool.
No, as you should though. So this is my 3rd episode. I got episode 1, episode 2. We got more interviews loading up. Season 2 is still active, but this is the podcast. And this podcast episode is called Life Lessons and Morals. So today we're gonna be talking about life lessons and morals, and I'm gonna ask you personal shit and stuff like that. Like so.
Don't try at me up here crying on some nut shit.
It's cool. Listen, real niggas cry.
Real niggas cry.
So for my title, Life Lessons and Morals, is for like the people in the world. I want to start off just like this, like give me a definition when you hear the title, Life Lessons and Morals, like.
You know, life lessons, I mean, that's what this shit all about, though, you know what I mean? To actually understand, like, your life lessons and then turn it into your morals, like, you feel me? Like, what you go through to understand, that's what makes you feel me? So, you know, on a day-to-day, looking at the things to understand why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala putting you through these things to understand, like, the greater good and the greater bad to make you balanced enough to understand, like, this is why I live by these particular things. So, I mean, that's really what I feel like life lessons and morals is, you feel me? Standing on some shit, you feel me? What majority of motherfuckers out here nowadays ain't. I mean,
I feel that. My definition of life lessons and morals is like, I guess like living and learning and trying to learn from your last mistake, and every L not a loss, a lesson or whatever. As long as you're still alive, you lose your life, you still got another chance of doing something, because we all fell. I done took a couple L's, like heart. I just took an L probably like 2 weeks ago, and that shit brought tears in my eyes, and I was like, damn, like I couldn't figure it out. But now I'm like, damn, I'm procrastinating about the podcast and the bug and the run shit, but now I'm here again, so I'm like, maybe I had to go through that to even get to here type shit. So like,
do you think your man Meek made lessons turned losses into lessons when Drake kicked his ass? He wanted to flip that into lessons because he was running with that heavy. Do you think your man Meek made that trending? Since you team Dream Chasers, you know I'm team OVO. How you feel like my man kicked his ass enough that he had to, you know what I mean, turn the good into a bad? Well, turn the bad into a good, I'm sorry.
I think he did. It's crazy though, since we on this topic. He did. I'm agree. He definitely turned his L's into lessons and wins into losses. But I want to get off. Do you see how what Meek and Drake was going through since we hopped on this topic? Because I think there's a lesson
Don't
for
let
Drake.
me turn you into
No,
this.
it's
Go
cool.
ahead.
It's cool. I think it's a lesson for Drake. When Meek was going at the Drake situation, everybody was like, the internet was controlling, like, oh, Meek got the L's, this. Now Drake and Kendrick shit is really looking like on some Drake is allegedly getting bullied how allegedly Meek was on the internet, and he's suing and shit. Like, how you feel about that? Like,
So you saying how do I feel about Drake losing or how I feel about him suing?
how you feel about him, like, the internet trolling him, how they was doing Meek?
I feel like the internet does what the internet does, and you know that shit could be good for you or it could be bad for you. Him getting trolled was going to happen regardless. I feel like in the perception, in the eyes of the people, when you're a loser, you get trolled. So since he came up in the eyes of the people to be a loser, that's what comes with it. And I feel like he was, me personally, aware of that and understanding of that. That's why, you know, a lot of us, well, nobody wants to lose. And I feel like that's why he tried to go about things a particular way with him and thinking that he wasn't going to lose. But I feel like, I mean, if he lost, that was his just due for him.
You think he lost?
It's a deeper conversation.
To the internet.
Yes, he lost on the internet.
On the internet, all right. Do you think it's wrong for him to sue? Because when he was getting on, allegedly, when he was getting on Meek ass and everybody was going at him, he was like, "Oh Meek, but now I feel like he getting the same slander that Meek was getting. And it's like you folding. This is my opinion. I think I have to feel like he's folding to the pressure, like, and Meek ain't fold to the pressure.
Shouts out to you trying to spin this into some Dream Chasers, Meek Mill's winning shit. But no, I don't think he's wrong for him suing because I feel like he's not suing Kendrick Lamar, he's suing UMG, and that's a whole nother dynamic because he's saying y'all the machine behind it trying to push the fact of the matter of a loss, the gang benefit off of it, and they going off of making up a false claim of him being a pedophile. Nobody have shown evidence of him being a pedophile, and y'all running with this narrative. So if I'm going to lose, at least lose properly. That's why he didn't put Kendrick Lamar in the lawsuit. It was more so at UMG to say, like, y'all are the machines behind a lot of this bullshit. So at the end of the day, if y'all not going to try the same trick on me, because I know, like, so I don't knock him for suing. I feel like even the big dogs, and what I mean by big dogs, like the head ups, like the people in charge need to get slapped on their wrist a lot of times to let motherfuckers know, like nigga, you not gonna play with our lives how you just want to. You feel me? And I feel like Drake is the perfect person to say that to them because they was riding his wave for so long. It's like, bro, how dare you do these particular things? And even if it came in the form of a loss, I feel like Drake needs to speak up and say this stuff because a lot of this stuff, even when speaking on Meek, it was planned for Meek to lose. So even though I feel like my man speaking on Drake did a great job of playing on the narrative which shut Meek up, I actually feel like Meek Mills got too much in gangster mode instead of turning to a rapper and rapping and putting out rapping songs. But I feel like that played into the hands of what they wanted Meek to lose, like me personally. And I feel like Drake knew that and Drake played on that, but he played on it a great job for him to show that he was talented enough, because I feel like even with that back-to-back shit, people really don't even remember that song like that. They just remember that it was some diss at Meek, and it wasn't like that much of a good song. Like, I feel like it was just enough music to put out, and Meek Mills was just going through his rants. Like, I dare you niggas talk to me like this. I'm beat you the fuck up. And that wasn't about a battle rap. That was some whole emotional shit that he was going through.
Some personal shit. So did you think Drake learned his lesson? Like, damn, I was kind of, the internet was bullying him, and now I feel like they bullying me. Do you think Drake feel that way?
No, I feel like Drake knows that the powers that be influences the internet. So I feel like he knows that they persuaded these particular, not even these, but they persuaded the people to sway against him because it was a 20v1, and nobody is acknowledging these things. They had to get particular things to go at the situation. Number one, to distract Drake so he couldn't focus on one particular person, which he wanted to do, which was Kendrick Lamar. And once that happened, Kendrick Lamar took a great strategy and put out a cultural banger, even though I don't like the song, but I guess because we're from the East Coast, not like us, it was more of like a West Coast banger. So he put a coast behind him, and once the coast got behind him, it was like it gained so much traction that at the end of the day, Drake was like, got smoked, like just off of the strength of the traction that that particular song made. And like I said, if we go on bars though, I feel like Drake Family Matters song was like bar for bar better than it, and he brought up everything what goes on now. Like you said, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone just handed him a Grammy right now. Then this nigga just won all these fucking Grammys. It just shows that the people was already trying to go and fucking make him a loser. You feel what I'm saying? Even with the fact that you a fake civil rights activist. You don't even go put no family. You don't even go plant no money trees in your hood. Now all of a sudden you want to put all these LA niggas on your album. Like, if you like, I actually think Drake, even in the law, showed how great he is because he said everything Kendrick Lamar was going to do. And he kind of, in my opinion, did it. If you break down bars from what he said and then how the future played out, I feel like he said this shit verbatim, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a crazy joke. So I would say that. I would say, like, It's still me and my dream chasing shit. I ain't dream chasers, but niggas always talking this budget. I think Drake learned a lesson like that. Can't be
Hey
cyberbullying
Meek, you
nobody.
need to get my man complimentary something, hoodie, something. Hey Kai Slick, get my man a hoodie, some shit. Goddamn, baby, he been holding you niggas down since day one, man.
I'm just saying, like, you feel me? I don't be feeling that shit though. But all right, speaking of like the title, or whatever, give me a time where like you went through like a life lesson and like morals didn't get placed on like a lesson you went through with something personal or somebody else, or like give me a recent time like 2024. It don't matter what time, but give me a time where you went through like a life lesson.
So when I went through a life lesson in general, or when I went to a life lesson that made me moralistically ground myself, and what I mean by that, like I went through a life lesson and then like it made me get morally grounded. It made me understand like, all right, I need to place this in my morals.
Yes, thank you for correcting me.
Whew, I got a lot of lessons.
And I want you to run down. I want you to give me like a female time, a friend time, a lifetime, life and death. Like just run it down, like, and you choose wherever you want
So
to start
you
with.
want me to go? How you want me to do it? Okay, well, I can get straight to it. You mean, or you want me to chill out? So like one particular time, when I was younger, man, I had my name attached to like a fellow friend of mine. We were just so much yin and yang. You feel what I'm saying? And we had like a miscellaneous ass fallout about, in my opinion, was a miscellaneous ass fallout about a particular thing, and it was like this person was like kind of more trending than me at this particular time, or he was like the more likable guy, I guess, like I would say. And whatever he said, people like kind of stuck to it. Now, shouts out to the real ones who actually either stayed out of it or spoke up for my behalf. But he basically was running with this narrative that I was this particular person. And I've realized once me and him had a separation that this person was naturally going to separate from me, period. And he inevitably wanted to do this. He never really purely appreciated the friendship of what I was offering, of what I was giving, from a lot of things, from family foundation to just being the yang to his yang. Like, you feel what I'm saying? To being the opposite, to help you be this particular person that everybody's holding you to. That at the end of the day, I sacrifice certain things for you to look the actual look. And once me and him had that particular difference, because I don't even want to say fallout, when the chapter finally ended, I seen that it was inevitable that we was going to will have a difference or go astray, because we was just two different type of people. And it kind of at first hurt me, because it was like fucking me up, like damn, like this bro, like how bro even caring like this, like what, like to the fact of the matter, like niggas coming to me like damn, why you ain't with bro, well damn, y'all need to squash that shit, woo woo woo, instead of and I'm looking at it like, damn, like, why aren't we? You feel me? And then I realized, I understand that it was just the growth of separation. You feel what I'm saying? The growth of us getting older and going our separate ways, because we were inevitably two different people. And like I said, that particular person wanted to, let me not say one, because I can't go into that person's head, but that person's actions was alluding to they would rather be over here than here, and they got tired of those particular names being associated to each other. It's like, all right, I'm this person, stop associating this person with me. This person is like this, and that person, the best way to do it is throw some dirt on it. They say the best way to hold a motherfucker down is put some dirt on his feet. You feel what I'm saying? Plant a nigga in the ground, man. You know what I mean? So try and get me stagnant. So I actually learned a valuable moralistic lesson in that situation. And the actual lesson that I learned was a lot of things, but most importantly, it just learned to just be mindful of the energy that you give out, because it's not always reciprocated. You feel me? And you can't get mad when they're not reciprocating the energy, because at the end of the day, they're not you, or they may not understand how to give it like you. So and also, no matter what, be you, like in the toughest times. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, with that person putting dirt on my name, I wanted to react in a negative way. So at the end of the day, that just would have played in that person's hands of what this thing that they were portraying, where it was like, it made me stay grounded of being, no, don't do this, because this isn't you. So at the end of the day, he like kind of boxed me in to be me. And
Right.
I appreciated that
But
like
that
a
was
mother.
a situation that was a lesson. Did your morals get from everybody was attached to that person? Did your morals ever get like tested or like did? from dealing with that situation that you just spoke about?
Hell yeah, my morals got tested. That's why I kind of alluded to what I was just saying. Like, at the end of the day, it got tested from uh, the image, or I want to say image, the perception that that particular person was trying to push out. Uh, it made me want to react in a aggressive way. Like what? Like not even just aggressive saying like go at a motherfucker, punch a nigga's face, shit like that. Just like aggressive, like what, bro? You tripping? Ooh, on the defensive or wanting to explain or elaborate, or like if a nigga play to get to that level of putting in their hands, because I felt like even in our relationship, I felt like I was like the sacrifices of our relationship, I felt like I was like kind of like the tougher one. Like you feel me? I feel like a lot of people would say that. Like like I said, me and him was known for being together 24/7. I was the one who was like, don't play with him because he gonna do something like type shit. You feel me? Not just off the strength of him. You feel what I'm saying? And I felt like just like playing with me. Period. I wanted to react like, yo, you playing with me? Like, what you talking about, bro? Like, you talking some crazy shit, you feel me? So I wanted to react in a natural nigga way, you feel what I'm saying? But like I said, me looking at the situation only would have played in that person's what they were trying to portray. It would have played into that image of the portrait of this. Look, see, I told you that's why he acting like this. Because if he did this, like, why wouldn't you think he would do that? Like type shit, you feel me? So I realized I had to like take the higher road, you feel what I'm saying? And not even just the higher road. The higher road in a sense, but more so of the road of like, oh, I mean that shit ain't really that crazy because that shit bullshit. Like you feel me? That ain't me, you feel me? And like I said, to realize that that person was doing everything in their power to distance themselves from me for whatever reason anyway. You feel me? Like I said, like I wasn't the one who offered these things. Like it wasn't really nothing on that person's behalf outside of them physically being there and just being my folks. They didn't offer, like I didn't gain anything from, well, I didn't gain as much as I felt like I was offering.
Did that impact the part of your life where it's like you can move better, you can detect certain things now up to date?
Yes, for sure. So I'm currently going through a situation. I don't want to say currently, but just with how I deal with people, just in general, I can easily see, all right, KY, you doing a lot that's offering a lot to this person. You can't get that emotionally attached to the situation if they're not reciprocating that same energy. So at the end of the day, it's kind of your fault. You're putting out this energy. If you lead in the situation, stand on you being the leader. You feel what I'm saying? Don't try to back out and and throw a hissy fit because they're not doing whatever they wanted or whatever you wanted them to do, or react how you wanted to, or react how you wanted them or would like them to react. So so like that's how I take life now a lot. Like you feel what I'm saying? I say that's why I say with that particular person, I overly appreciate. I have this thing in my head, once I reach a particular financial status that I feel like is rich or wealth, like I'm literally like in my head going to give a check to everybody that played a major role into my life, that groomed these morals into me. You feel what I'm saying? On some like thank you, like a role you played in my movie. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like even if I don't fuck with you at all, like you feel what I'm saying? Like all right, huh? You feel what I'm saying? Even if I gotta go through you to say yo, get us the cuz. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't fuck with Brody. You feel what I'm saying? But you already gonna have your joint. You feel what I'm saying? Like yo, slide up on cuz. Like you feel me? Matter of fact, see if you can cash at the nigga or something. You feel what I'm saying? But tell that nigga, this is, put it in a note. You feel what I'm saying? Just from KY, from being a thank you part, being part of his movie. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I say that to say like to actually give gratitude to going through these particular things with these particular people for me to actually learn the lesson and groom me or mature me in the way that it particularly did. So yeah, I definitely use those life lessons that I learned from that particular situation and other situations in life just in general.
Like I'm glad you got through that situation and like you didn't lose your life because I think too much of stuff when like certain stuff happen. I always think I don't know, I take it to the extreme like damn, could a situation like what you was telling me or stuff I've been through like damn could have cost my life, could have hurted somebody close by to me. So I'm glad you got through that part of the time of your life and just me knowing you for the couple years I well like basically like 20, 15 plus years. I know you always still, you look out, you give clothes away, you do certain stuff and try to put people on. A lot of times it backlash, but you know, sometimes do you think like the good heart, you know, you got that good purple heart, like Jig, our brother Jig, I always say he got a good heart. Do you think that good purple heart do it backlash on you a lot? Like, do you regret like, do you regret like being that big open heart to certain people? Like, damn, I should have never fucked with him. Or like, damn, like I could have let him, like, you know, like.
So my initial reaction once I see that it backfires, yes, but overall, once I got time to look at it, I never regret nothing that I went to because that makes me appreciate who I am. You feel me? And I don't want nobody to shape who I am from doing some flea shit to groom me into reacting on some flea shit. So whatever I did, you feel what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, just in the graciousness of my heart. That's why I particularly now do shit because I want to do it. Like
Right.
I might just go through a spurt where, like you said, just giving away clothes. I might just give away a bunch of shit, and everybody be like, "Damn, bro, you gave away this," or "Damn, you paid 1,800 for this," or whatever particular dollar amount on it, and I just this is the vibe I'm in. You feel what I'm saying? Or, you know, a motherfucker come to me now and expect those particular things and I won't do it. And it's like, dang, okay, why acting nutty? Or he acting funny? Or he giving to them other niggas? Or he hanging with them other niggas now? Like, oh, he acting weird. Like, no, I'm just not on that vibe. Ain't no nigga dictating what the fuck I'm got going on. That never been the situation, especially since I've been grown, having me dictate uh how I think. And I feel like I've been grown for a long ass time. I feel like I've been on some big bro shit for a long ass time. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Especially like when it comes to like me and like our hood. Like, you feel me? Shouts out to the six, you feel me? Like big sixer, you feel me? I feel like I was like a big how would I say it, like an innovator or the person who pushed the needle for a lot of motherfuckers if it comes from clothes or when it comes from just thinking of life on a better side of things. Like I feel like I opened the door for a lot of motherfuckers. Not even the door, opened their eyes to a lot of shit. Because a lot of niggas financially was further than me, but they mentally wasn't further than me, or they didn't experience things and the way I experienced it. So they was actually chasing a dollar amount and then would like look at it, just hold money, and it's like, damn, bro, you not even experiencing shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is you got all this shit for? You only got the benefit of experience and shit. You feel me? So, or having the benefit of being able to control what you want to do or not want to do. You just got money. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, nigga, you gonna get your fucking cheese. Especially how a lot of us live in the urban community, and particularly from Dogtown. You know, majority of us, and what the nigga Go DH say, man. Shouts out to Go DH, man. Shouts out to Big Cuz. Dogtown, true tradition. Around here, we either hoop in the pitching and fuck a job, nigga. Hustle and strive to put food in the kitchen. You feel what I'm saying? So majority of us, you feel what I'm saying, we ain't really got too many jobs and shit like that. Shouts out to people like you that choose the route of that. You feel what I'm saying? Which you do a great job of that. I feel like a lot of us just hustle or do the things we do and take the penitentiary chances just to wind up paying a lawyer or fucking giving it off to a chick or whatever the case may be
Real
instead of
shit.
putting this shit into us. You feel what I'm saying? And actually like showing like, bro, I did this or I did that, or even if you felt like it was a waste, you feel what I'm saying? I was the nigga that did it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like I said, when it comes to particular situations like me and actually being an intricate part to my neighborhood, man, I feel like I really like moved the needle with a lot of shit and just like helping people, helping us, not even people, helping us understand like this shit bigger than Nino Brown, man.
Mm-hmm. No, real shit. Shouts out to you. I can vouch for that. Like, you know, like you said, moving needle, helping people, putting people on, opening people mindsets, doing shit. Just putting a lot of people on for shit for the first time that I seen, and I witnessed personally gave me shit. Like, you know,
No,
when
for
none of
sure.
this shit or this platform wasn't around. So,
No, for
um,
sure.
with all that said and shit, I want to move to the next. I want to move to the next topic of a life lesson. I want you to like, basically like give my audience a life lesson that you went through with a female, or like it could be anybody that held some weight on you, or like I learned a life lesson that is still being used in today's time type shit.
With a female, I got a lot of life lessons with the female. You trying to get a nigga caught up. But as far as like with a female, I mean, like I said, me personally, I look at life I feel like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made life in simplistic terms. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like we make it difficult. So I say that to say that I feel like majority of my relationships, I kind of look at them the same, just in different spectrums. I look at you should be cool with your chick just like you cool with your homie. And then yes, your chick you get intimate with and you do different things with your female, but I feel like you need the foundation of the relationship that you got with your homie, because your homie, you have a respect level that you have and outside of a regular relationship, a regular rapport. So I say that to say, when I deal with particular females, I'm the particular guy that, I'm coming as I don't want to say thorough, because every guy says he's thorough, but
Mm-hmm.
I come in of carrying my weight. Whatever I got, I'm trying to keep up my end of the bargain, no matter what the situation is, no matter how tough the situation is, no matter if we not even fucking with each other like at the best capability we can. I try to keep up my end of the bargain. So actually learning a lesson from a female, I wouldn't really separate that from learning a lesson with the guys or learning a lesson with anybody that I love, because I feel like love teach you the best lessons in the world, or teach you the best lessons to groom you properly, because it's starts from your heart with love.
Right.
So, and I say that to say, I can't really separate what I learned from a female from the guys, because a lot of those situations is kind of like, in my eyes, kind of the same. You feel what I'm saying? But what I did learn from a female is that females works on your emotions and not your mental, and they will lie like a motherfucker and be able to stand in your face bluntly and blame you for everything in the world, knowing damn well they did it, the same thing, what I mean by did it, or provoked you to do it and know they provoked you to do it, make you into the bad guy. So what I can say I learned from a female is, no, you're never really the bad guy. You are just portrayed as the bad guy.
Right, right,
You're
right.
portrayed as the excuse to
Mm-hmm.
want to go out here and be a whore because you saying I'm cheating. So if I'm cheating and it hurt you, why the fuck would you want to go fuck with 6 other niggas, or what, or another nigga? You feel what I'm saying? What the fuck did, if what I did was so bad, why would you want to do it? And they always use, would you like me to do it? Fuck what I like. Would you like to do that for
No, real
yourself?
shit, real
Would you
shit,
like to represent yourself like that? So
real shit.
I do realize that, what I can say, thinking about that, females have taught me to understand that you're just the scapegoat. It's not all your fault, black brother. It's not all your fault. It's a 50-50 thing. So I can say that though. I can say that though, for sure. For sure, because females quick to flip that shit on you. Oh no, because it's you, or you made my life so fucked up, where it's like, nigga, I took you from Pumas to Balenciagas.
No, real shit.
Like, you feel me? I took you from fucking eating Chinese food to motherfucking Budokai. Baby girl, you ain't know about this shit before me. And respectfully, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and you could have groomed, and actually, this could have been in your divine way of growing, period. But just know, I was the portal, baby. Like, at least give me the respect. Just like you gonna crucify me. Just like you gonna criticize me for the nut shit I did. Then at least give me the credit for the good shit I did. You feel me? Like, I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't that bad. Like, goddamn, baby.
So let me ask you a question, right? Has a female in life, did it teach you more important lessons with a female or a male, like your friends? Like, what more heartfelt lessons did you learn or take from more from a female or with your friends?
Female must have motherfucker broke your heart.
I'm just asking, like, you feel me?
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. I honestly, I feel like I'm stumped. I don't even like to use the word I don't know. Maybe I can say a female, because I went 50-50 on, I feel like a lot of things that taught me the biggest lessons of life was me being a parent, and I take my duty of being a father to the highest regard. And I went 50-50 with somebody else in that situation. And I feel like, shouts out to my kids' parent, and especially my youngest son. Shouts out to, her. She do a immaculate job with my son from my from my standpoint. But and no shots at my oldest kid's mother, Neva. But I guess because I'm freshly in it. Well, not fuck that I'm even freshly in it. She does a way, let me not, better job. But in my opinion, at this stage. But I feel like just to get to the point, um, I feel like a female, in a sense, I guess, because something was more dear to my heart other than that I couldn't step away from, and I had to work through the situation. I feel like a female played a role in teaching me more properly, or not even properly, well, having the more harsher lessons in life than a male, because every situation I had with a male, I could just step away. Like, it's just no matter
Right,
what, I could
right.
just literally, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here, I ain't over here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, I don't put myself in situations to be overly attached to situations with males, because a lot of people know that I fuck with who I fuck with, but I don't have no problem with being by my goddamn self. But you can't distance yourself from a female when you will have on a child. So yeah, so I would say
That's a fact.
a female actually taught me the harsher lessons. Shouts out to the females that taught me the lessons, man. That, like I said, even with them, man, I appreciate it to the fullest. That makes me who I am. And like I said, man, shouts out to my kids, mothers, because they gave me the most beautiful things. Well, not even just beautiful, the most precious things in my life that taught me like no other. And like I said, I wouldn't trade it for anything else, because if I trade it, then I wouldn't have those particular kids. I would have another set of kids, and I wouldn't can't see me having another set of kids without those kids. Shouts out to the gang, man. You know, I'm Team Knackle to the end. Naeem, Ariana, Kayana, and Liam, man. You know, I'm the gang to the end. You know what I mean?
That's a
But
fact.
I mean, other than that, yeah. I mean, I guess I would go with females then.
Okay. Touching on, you said one thing I want to pick up on, like, cause you said you're a father and you got kids. So, talk to me or tell me, like, what's the importance of fatherhood, like, in your experiences and growing up, like, versus not having a dad around, but like from your experiences, what you've been through, like, what's the importance of fatherhood?
Oh well, I had a dad around, so
Hmm.
shouts out to my motherfucking dad, my motherfucking dog. But the importance of fatherhood, man, I feel like that shit shape you like no other, man. Because when you want to do the most dickheaded shit, you can't do it. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, you got these little motherfuckers depending on you, especially like I said, put in certain
Thanks.
situations. But you experienced, you was there during my younger days of raising kids. You feel what I'm saying? And running around. You know, and like I said, man, no shots at my oldest kid's parent, other parent, but like, you know, a lot of the duties was pushed on me to do a lot of shit, man. Shots out to the guys that helped me get through that, man. But so I couldn't move like how I wanted to move. I couldn't act like a dickhead how I wanted to act like a dickhead. And touching back on the situation where I was talking about the situation in the big when you first opened up the pod, we was talking about the situation I had with my homie. I couldn't react all the way negative, because now I'm representing my children, and it's like, damn, beyond anything, I don't want to play in the role of being a dickhead, and they look at me as, damn, dad, you the dickhead, like they said you the dickhead. You feel what I'm saying? So, being a father is a very sculpting thing without you understanding that it's sculpting your life, or grooming your life in a particular way. I feel like fatherhood is a beautiful thing. I actually feel like I should have prepared a little better for my older children, especially being now feel like I'm a little bit better prepared with having a child now, a younger child. But it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, it's a hell of a teacher. Whatever my parents didn't teach me, my kids damn sure did.
That's a good point. I like that. I mean, shouts out to fatherhood. I'm a father myself. I agree with everything
Shouts out
you.
to Phoenix.
You know what I mean? Shouts out to
Shouts
Ski.
out to Schemes.
You know what I
My
mean?
bad.
So like, I'm a father myself, so I agree with a lot of things you said. And like, my dad passed when I was 9, but I still do the best job of doing things that like that I can do, or what I think like
Mm,
just being a man and going through personal stuff like that. So like, this Buzz on the Run podcast is a Philadelphia-based channel. We from Philadelphia, so I always
mm-hmm.
gotta jump to our city in Philadelphia. So,
Mm-hmm.
touching on Philadelphia first, I always start like ask like, how did you feel about the violence in our city? Like, is it slowing down? Like, how you feel about the violence in our city?
So you're saying is it slowing down? It's definitely slowing down from the numbers that they're putting out. It's slowing down. Well, murders is slowing down. So I can say that from the numbers that they pushing out. Media push whatever narrative they want. But I just feel like me personally, shouts out to the what they call YN, shouts out to the young niggas, man. But I feel like the young niggas is fearless, man, and a lot of this shit, man, the elders don't take enough credit for grooming these young niggas the way they is, man. I feel like a lot of these niggas, man, and niggas meaning the elders, wanna shy away from their duty because it's getting a little tough or it's getting a little harsh or these young niggas is doing what they couldn't do at a younger age. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So they look at them as animals instead of understanding like you groomed this animal. So I kind of look at YNs the same shit like I look at with these niggas when they go through with they chicks. You feel what I'm saying? In the beginning, they love the shit out they chicks. They think the world of them until
Mm-hmm.
them girls turn into bitches. And when they
Right.
turn into bitches, now it's this bitch ain't shit, but you got 4 kids with her. Now it's this, that, and the third. And at the end of the day, now they don't want to be bothered because it has got out of hand. And that's their way of relinquishing their duties to not have to deal with it because it's out of my hands or it's too tough. You feel me? I feel like, man, old heads is pussies. It's just like a better word. Like, I just feel like old heads is pussies. They act like bitches. I feel like they whine. I feel like they cry more than ever, man. I feel like they don't put their hard head on and go actually deal with the situation at hand. I actually was just talking to one of my peers, and I basically was telling the nigga like, Buzz, like I don't ain't no tough nigga. I don't want to portray like no tough nigga. I'm the coolest nigga breathing. You feel? I'm the coolest, flyest nigga breathing. You feel what I'm saying? But like I ain't leaving none of my young niggas in any way, shape, or form in any situation. Period. Like you feel me? I want my young niggas to know that they can call me no matter what. I'm coming. Like you feel what I'm saying? But I just want them to know like. Just know, like I'm risking it all for you. You just like how I love you. You know I love other niggas. You feel me? And
Right.
I got
Facts.
kids. You feel what I'm saying? But just know, like if you ready to blow this motherfucking ship up, we can blow it up together. But I'm also gonna come to you and be the rational voice in your ear to speak about is this shit really worth it? Because if it's worth it, let's blow this shit up. But if it ain't, man, come on, bro, that shit ain't that serious. Or we can approach it a different way. You feel what I'm saying? Or we can approach it a different day. And I feel like that's what a lot of these old niggas do. Like I feel like they get old and they they bones get the little sore and they don't want to jump and get to it, and they old and they want to still hold the image of tough, but they don't want to do the act of tough.
Right.
Um,
Hold on, I want to cut you off. No trolling shit, no none of that. Cause when you spoke on that, it made me thought about to keeping on Philadelphia. It basically thought about today's time, and I just want to ask you, yeah, and cause we all on social media, whatever. I just want to ask you, speaking of Philadelphia, how do you feel like about the Oskino and the Garcia situation? Like, how do you feel about like Oskino? Like, cause he's supposed to be respected. He was around Jay-Z state property. So how do you feel about like the Oskino and the nobody know like the real, but we see on the internet because everything's the internet. So how do you feel about Oskino lashing out and going live and
Right.
saying things about Garcia or whatever? Like,
Right.
what's your intake on that? Like,
So I feel like when I say this, I feel like they both wrong and they also both right. I feel like Oskino has definitely done a lot for this city, especially upcoming rappers. He like really did his due diligence to make sure that whatever his platform is, whether they say it was big, small, and different, he made sure his platform that people that follow him seeing she shine light on other people. And I feel like they don't give him enough gratitude and enough Greece. I feel like they don't put him in, and like I said, I don't know what the behind closed doors deals. I don't know what opportunities they give him, but like what I can say is from as a viewer and seeing the stuff, they gave him a lot, and for it's certain shit that we just supposed to let our elders do to extent. Now you shouldn't get too disrespectful, but we was all raised with grandparents and uncles that used to talk on certain topics, and we allowed them to talk on certain topics because they grew to that age or that stature to do it, and we understood that at the end of the day they've been through enough that they are enlightened on certain situations that they should be able to at least speak on it in the lighter terms. And what I mean by lighter terms of speaking on it, to speak on certain things like, yo, I don't like this. that you should carry yourself like this. Now, whether you take it or not, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like it should be a safe space for your elder to speak as a person to tell you right, wrong, and different. But also on the flip side, once you ignite that elder should be, well, I ain't gonna say should be. In a sense, I feel like that elder can be able to, well, has the leeway enough to act out. And what I mean by act out, because it's like to let you know, like at the end of the day, I kind of groomed you to this situation. And what I mean by groomed you in this situation is like I played a major role in how you are and what you are today. So at the end of the day, you keep playing with me. That at the end of the day, I can react and like saying certain things. Now get into the situation. Like I say, I don't know how truthful it is, the pulling up with a gat and all that type of stuff. I don't know how truthful it is, but I feel like that would be too far. So, and if that was the fact of the matter of the route that they said that Garcia took allegedly, I wouldn't. That was wrong. Like, why the fuck would you ride up on a nigga who supposed to be in your old head, no matter what the situation is, and pull up with a gat? Where even if you want to talk to him, you know the fact of the matter of how your old head can be. So at the end of the day, why wouldn't you wait till a better set and better time to be able to do it? Even if you didn't pull up with the gat, intentionally pull the gat on him, because we live in Philadelphia. It's a crazy motherfucking city. You might not even intentionally pull the gat out on Oskino. You could have pulled up, you owed me, holler at you, and had the gat on him. You better have a motherfucking gat on him. You getting some motherfucking money out here, you feel what I'm saying? And allow him to take it any particular way. But you know Oskino, and you're familiar with Oskino speaking as if speaking on Garcia. So at the end of the day, you know that he can even take these internet routes. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like he should approach the situation a little bit better of how he approached it, even with wanting to have a conversation when he said like, yo, I talked to the nigga, he was in Target, ooh, he said he loved me, ooh, all that other shit. So you should have waited to a more comfortable set, like, yo, let me holler at you, bro. Like, damn, why you doing all that, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, let us come to a mutual understanding to at least put this shit to the side. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And Garcia, you knowing the fact of the matter of him sneaky having an opinion on Meek Mill's prior to this, you know, because you see how he Oskino keep taking the Meek Mill's approach of, oh, you Meek Mill's bodyguard. You only saying this because of Meek and Meek. Why you should have been one to sit down, like, if it's really all love, then what's up, bro? Like, what's the real thing going on with you in the whole situation that you got to take this approach? And what can I do to eliminate this shit? Beyond Meek, you feel what I'm saying? What can I do to that at the end of the day, if it's money, what position can I put you in? Because I appreciate the position that you put me in for whatever it may be. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of that, for you and Meek to watch this shit, because this shit is like at the end of the day starting to be redundant. And not only redundant, it's starting to be on the fact of the matter of why can't we come align together to work? You feel what I'm saying? And I feel that you feel some type of way because when you was kind of in front of us, you reached for us. Right. I get why you might feel some type of way that we not reaching for you. But listen, I'm caught up in this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, but I'm caught up and I didn't think like that. I'm sorry that you was more of a man to reach back because you found time. I appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? But on the flip side, I do think like a lot of the situations that Oskino approach with the talking on the rape shit and stuff like that, it just be like too much on not actual facts. And Oskino comes from an era where you gotta come with facts. Like if it's not no real case with him being accused of rape, but just because that girl said something, that doesn't matter. Girls make outlandish statements a whole lot. Oskino, you come from this shit. You actually made a song. Who was the dad? Is the boy with the Benz or the boy with the... You feel what I'm saying? So women throw accusations anywhere. So with that accusation being thrown wherever it was thrown, if you don't have full proof, why would you put that out there? That's not cool. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And you making the situation unreprimandable, like, or being unfixable. So right. It's like why are you doing all that? Like, you feel what I'm saying? I get it, your attention, I get the whole situation, and you what he always like to say, I'm like going monetize and shit like that. But it's like you waited for a position, so they didn't give you the money for you to financially make some money off this shit that you start putting out lies. Like, come on, let's not do that because you ultimately hurt your brand. Because like I said, if it's not true, it's not true. Same shit I said with Drake. Everybody talking about PDF file. Like at the end of the day, where is this saying? Where we see this bull fucking with kids, bro? What we talking about, bro? Why y'all just putting anything on this man's name? Right. Say a nut. Say you don't like him. But don't say something that he ain't. You feel that? I feel like that's nutty. You feel me? And then, like I said, from an elder's aspect on the situation, I would never go to you and if me and you have a difference and go with the people saying, well, the people said, Bugs, you this, that, and the third. That's nutty, bro. Like, come on. Like, damn, you show that you was hating the whole time, dick. Like, come on, that's crazy. Like, especially being my elder, like, damn, bro. Like, that's how it was. Like, all off of what? Like, you feel me? That's why I kind of, felt his approach when he went live, even though I feel like certain shit you shouldn't have to speak on, because I wouldn't speak on it. But like I said, my approach is different from him. I'm not in the position that he's in. When he was just saying, like, bro, I get why a lot of niggas just leave this shit and say, fuck this shit, because they just want to push any negative narrative to push you down, and it don't have to have any solid proof. Somebody could say something and it's just that. Like, I mean, just like how you just said, damn, KY, I seen you do shit and give the other motherfuckers where another motherfucker could be like, all right, well, he didn't. They'd cover up what you said, and just because he said he didn't, KY's a fucking nut, or this, that, and the third. With a lot of shit that I go through with a lot of these young niggas out here, or I'm not doing this for you at this particular time, or I'm not being the KY that you want now. KY, he's a nut ass nigga. I don't fuck with that nigga. He's a fucking flea. Where the nigga was just your old head. Nigga just gave you money for a haircut, bro.
Real shit.
You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, like, damn, nigga ain't had to do that, bro. You know, nigga got kids, right?
No, real
Like,
shit.
damn, that nigga really went out his way to go do some shit for you that he didn't have to do. And how much did you reciprocate that energy? You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I feel like all this shit be like a bunch of just understanding the conversation that a lot of men need to have. And a lot of people either too egotistic or don't feel like their voice gonna be heard enough, and it should just be sad, man. Shouts out those, you know, shouts out to Garcia. I hope they can get past that shit, man. Because I remember when Garcia and them was heavy around O. You feel what I'm saying? I remember when O was the guy. He was definitely doing a lot, and they was fucking with him. And I remember seeing interviews of them saying they big bro and all that. And I be wanting like the love really to be genuine, man. I want niggas to like, and I don't even want to speak on ops and shit like that because I'm a little too old. But I like it back in the day where it was like, these them niggas over there, we don't fuck with them niggas, and that's it. But these is the guys, you feel me? Like, it's too much. Just everybody just want to have differences with they folks, and it's just a sad state that we in.
No, that's a fact. You broke that shit down good. I want to pick up on what you said. Yeah, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad nobody got hurt. Nobody, no violence. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. You know, this is Philadelphia. I want to pick something up from that Garcia live I was watching yesterday, where he said where niggas get money and they leave Philadelphia. And he was like, I see why niggas will leave. In your own opinionated way, if if you was to get money or whatever, or like get to a stature of something, would you leave Philadelphia?
For sure. I'm trying to go to Canada, like, on some real shit.
Like, move to Canada.
So I don't, and it don't really have nothing to do with Philadelphia. It just got something to do with, like, you know, just the way of living that we live in America, just in general. But Philadelphia, man, I definitely want to leave out of Philadelphia because the culture of Philadelphia, what I was raised on, is just like going there. I feel like, man, we just do anything and follow anything, man. I remember, like I said, no shots. Like, I remember dreads, niggas would be like, we would bid on niggas growing up, you feel what I'm saying? To the culture of certain things influenced us so much that, now I'm not knocking the culture influencing us because I appreciate change, you feel what I'm saying? But we lost ourselves during this time, man. Like I tell my, like, and then we so crazy nowadays, like, we want to just discredit us in every way, shape, or form, man. Speaking on your man Meek, man, I tell everybody, bro, I don't go fuck with nobody say. Meek Mill started the Mary trend. Everybody, no, Lil Baby been had a Mary. Bro, Lil Baby wasn't getting money before him. What you talking about, bro? Like, Meek Mill's the first nigga wearing a Mary's, RTAs, all that shit, bro. He was the swag champ. To the fact of the matter that just because he's from Philly and he's at his down point now, and we so much either dick eat you or hate you, that we don't want to get that nigga no credit no more, you feel me? Now he's such a gatekeeper, but nobody else a gatekeeper. He's just such a gatekeeper, and he holds everybody back. Like, so Beans want to hold niggas back? Because don't forget, Jay-Z signed all them niggas. Jay-Z put state property together. Jay-Z put fucking state property together. Everybody from Philly. Beans ain't go back and grab niggas. I guess he tried to get Motor Mook and all them type of people, but how much did he do that? And Beans was an icon just like Meek. You got Cell just like Meek, all that. So why Meek gotta be this particular person that he gotta do all this particular stuff? Not saying that he shouldn't, but why are we just being so critical on this one particular character where it's like, damn, why is everybody not put with this task. Like so, I say that to say that's why I would leave Philadelphia because like I just see this shit lost and just getting even more lost and it's just like sad. Like it's just sad to the point where it's like before I I was appreciative to go from Philly, man. I remember when I moved down south and motherfuckers used to call me Philly and I understood that was like a badge of honor. I remember going down south and wearing a dickie and they literally said that was like a Philly suit. You feel what I'm saying? I remember arguing with my man. My man like, yo, they been wearing dickies down south. No, the fuck they didn't. You remember when I lived down south, you feel what I'm saying? I had a dickie suit on. They literally knew that was from Philly.
Oh
They like, why you
shit.
look like you going to jail? Like literally, like they called me Philly for that outfit. You feel what I'm saying? Before I even opened up my mouth, you feel what I'm saying? I remember them asking from the rip, like, yo, you ever seen AI or damn, you ever seen Beanie Siegel? Like I remember like wearing that like a badge of honor. Now it's like, damn, like they fucked this shit up, man. This shit sad. And I also feel like no shots at your man Meek, man. I feel like he kind of entrepreneur, like he kind of pushed that kind of a little bit, like you feel me. And like I said, I don't feel like he did it in a negative light. I feel like he did it by wanting to open up the doors for different people. Because I tell everybody, I wouldn't know nothing about NBA YoungBoy if it wasn't for Dirk. I mean, if it wasn't for Meek. I wouldn't know nothing about Dirk if it wasn't for Meek. I wouldn't know nothing. Like when y'all niggas was on in Chicago, we ain't talking this shit. I thought that shit was stupid as shit. You feel what I'm saying? But Meek seeing the stardom in these people. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, Roddy
Facts.
Richards and what's the little nigga name that he always saying R.I.P. with that passed away?
Snoop.
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 Of course, I wouldn't know nothing about him, even though I feel like he's bullshit. So I feel like Meek opened the door for different cultures to come to Philly, and we kind of jumped on it so much that we got like addicted to it. But like I said, even with that, I don't think Meek knew that we would lose our own identity with it. You feel what I'm saying? And I
Right.
feel like we kind of did, like always, even like with this drill rap shit. Like I said, man, shouts out to shouts out to like Gigi, man. I fuck with her, Tally, man. That's my pup, man. I really fuck with Young Boy. Like niggas don't know, like he really can rap outside of what he talk this drill shit. You feel me? But drill just got this culture by the balls so much.
Real shit.
It's
Real
like
shit.
I ain't doing that shit, bro. That shit ain't what niggas hear. Like, nah, bro, you really talented, bro. Like, so at the end of the day, show your talent. Fuck what everybody doing. Like, when the fuck? And Philly is crazy that Philly was the opposite. We was the niggas who started the boxes. We was the ones who started points and all that shit, bro. We was the niggas walking around with waves, bro. Like, they literally knew Philly niggas in the building from this shit. Now we totally the opposite. That shit is like crazy to me.
No, that's a fact. How do you feel about cause you brought up Gigi whatever the drill rap? How do you feel about the music in our city and the state of music? Like I know we in the drill era. I know we got niggas that make songs and all that. But like, how do you feel about our Philadelphia artists? Like who got the ball? Who's like making music? Who's like basically like not like basically leading the city with good music? Like how do you feel about our artists in the city?
I mean, shouts out to the six, man. I feel like I feel like we have been producing the hottest niggas in the city. Shouts out to the Skrilla nigga. They said Skrilla was from back here, or he had his time back here. Shouts out to Gigi. You feel what I'm saying? He openly says that he from Dogtown. But as far as the music in Philly, I like music in Philly. I just it's too much following their own wave, man. Like I said, man. Shouts out to YP, man. YP, I like the young boy, slum boy, man. I feel like, but I like him from his diversity. But all he giving us is what the typical shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I like Tor, man. I like Young Boy a lot, but I don't be liking when he be dissing.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's corny. I just don't like it because it's like, why you doing the typical shit what everybody else doing? You don't got to do that shit. That's why I like Corey. You feel what I'm saying? But for like the music in Philly, I feel like it's a couple niggas that's ass that I don't understand. Well, I do understand that they just popping because it's trending, but I don't like them and they corny. I wouldn't speak on that. And it might come out a little biased, but you mean I feel like it's a lot of good music in Philly, man. Shouts out to Lil Bro, man. Shouts out to Stoops, man. I hope he drops some motherfucking music. Stop bullshit. He's overly talented and got a hell of a story to tell, man. Shouts out to Lil Bro, man. You know that's my heart. But I feel like Philly got a lot of good music, got a lot of good content, but it goes back to the same shit I was saying with Oskino and Garcia in a sense. We just got so much of differences that we don't want to come together for nothing. Even the people on side. So I ain't even talking about the people who beefing. So I ain't even talking about niggas on the other side. I'm saying even friends, like it ain't enough music together. Like I feel like YP and just speaking on the Young Bushido, they don't got enough content together where it's like that's their side and they
Right.
putting out this. I feel like Stooks and YP ain't putting out enough content together on their side. You feel me? Even that's one thing I can say about I can't really say because I really don't listen to the other young boys like that. But I can say I liked it that little shit with like Leaf Ward and was doing like Leaf Ward was fucking with fuck is he OT7 Quantity and introduced that shit and showed the OT7 Quantity could, stay afloat or sound good with this particular thing. Cause a lot of this shit be like connecting with certain shit, so you won't like certain shit. Cause like I said, I didn't even listen to OT7 Quantity until he got on the Leaf War track. And
Right.
then once he got on Leaf War track, I seen he was, oh shit, the shit sound pretty good. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of it is just too much of us not fucking with one another, man. I feel like if Philly get more on some Philly shit, man, I feel like Philly will like take over. I feel like it's sad that every other city does this, man. Shouts out to the shit I see in Detroit. Shouts out to Atlanta shit. Shouts out to everywhere. Memphis, all this shit. Even
Chicago.
in their beef, they're still acknowledging one another. I see Philly niggas beef niggas, diss niggas to get buzz, and then when they get buzz, they don't want to diss them no more. Like now you too good to diss. Where Memphis niggas, they don't give a fuck. They dissing to the end.
Real
Like you feel me? Like
shit.
that's the ops. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
even with like shouts out to not going out of Memphis, ESTG and them. I can't think where they from. Wherever the fuck they
They,
from.
at least from Kentucky, something like that.
I think they might be from Kentucky, but wherever they're from, he was the niggas that they was dissing, start dissing him. He ain't stopped dissing them niggas. He kept speaking on this shit. Like, all right, well, this is what we on. This is what we on. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like Philly, man. We just want to shit on Philly too much, man. I feel uh, uh, like that should just be nutty, man. I feel like that should hold us back, like from the growth of one another and from the growth of overall us, but and individually. I feel like we be held back from that shit because nothing's like competition for one another, man. I feel like one of the biggest things Meek fell short at was downplaying Quilly because I feel like when Quilly and Meek was going at it, they brought the best out of one another. You feel me? You know what I mean? So I feel like trying to downplay a little dirt boy. He's a you feel me? But is he a musician? Is he good at his craft? You feel what I'm
Facts,
saying?
facts.
Because the same niggas that you was just holding up was once dirt balls. Dirk was just a dirt ball. All these niggas was dirt balls. Quando Rondo was a dirt ball. You saved Lil Snoop, he was a dirt ball. You feel me? So I get you down playing the offer. You a boss. You don't want to speak on the situation. But are you a boss because you got more money, or you a boss because you're better at the craft?
Right, right. The
You feel what I'm
craft.
saying? Like let's not forget the craft at hand. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, even though like I do on the flip side, I do understand because I'm an open-minded person. I understand the flip side of Meek not wanting to beef because it knows how this shit can get in the city and it can be divided. So if you would have
Right,
kept going back and forth, you feel what I'm saying? Something could have happened and it could have been like I said, I don't know. Just speaking on, just going off on a tangent, like YBC Duel and how he lost his life. May Allah be pleased with his soul, make his great spaces at me. Um, and it was wound up being someone from another sector who they allegedly said they had nothing to do with nothing, just
right.
because you feel what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand how if Meek was speaking on Quilly's situation and they was going back and forth, someone could have took it into their hands and been the rage fan and did something to Quilly. And if that was Meek Mill's approach, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
no, I just don't want to acknowledge it because Philly gets so crazy that a motherfucker may take this shit, go do something to the nigga now. Something happens to the nigga now, they implement me, whatever case may be. I just rather leave it alone, you feel what I'm saying? So I do from that approach, if he was taking it, I would understand that. But I feel like in the sport of rap, I feel like Meek missed that. I feel like if Meek was on his all the way Philly shit, and I love, I fuck with Drake as an artist. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like Drake wouldn't compare if he was like in the stew with them niggas. Like if he was like in that Meek headshots bag, like I feel like even if Drake would have had the gimmicks behind him, because he still would have had the UMG machine behind him to push the shit, I feel like it would have been a way better competition. Because he would have had the hunger, he would have had the nappy braids Meek, he would have had the reminder of what it is, and he would have had the guys that had him on his shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like Meek was around a bunch of people who everybody say yes men, but I wouldn't say yes men. It's just what could they really say in the art form? Like what could
the
they
rap
tell
shit.
him on some rap shit? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like Cooley could be like, no, approaching like this, bro. Like you feel what I'm saying? Or no, bro, like you gotta give him like this. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like so I feel like separating yourself from that, you kind of lose your identity. And like getting back to the base of what I was saying with Philadelphia, I feel like overall we losing our identity. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that's another thing that people like Drake got over us. And over a lot of people, not just Philadelphia, and Americanized things, because Drake has his culture behind him. That's why Drake don't abandon, even when he talks in that Islander tongue and stuff like that, because that's the things that are whole overly influenced in Canada. You feel me? He don't lose the fact of the matter of that. You feel me? That's another reason why I feel like Drake would never die, because he got a whole country behind him. Like, so like the numbers will always be, and they can just listen to Canadians. The Canadians just gonna listen to him. That's cheating. Like,
No, that's
you know
a
what I mean?
fact. It's crazy when you say the music shit. For some reason, in my like hypothetically mind, I always said if Meek was to sign Quilly, they would be unstoppable. They'll take over the world. They'll be more so like not on the like a Dirk and Vine, but they drill rappers. But they would be like
I
super
feel you.
lyrical on some Biggie and Pac shit, or Hove
Uh,
and Nas, or
uh,
some Hove
uh.
and Beans. Like these niggas
See
rapping good as
you,
shit.
see you too young to understand. Fucking what the fuck was that? Was the firm and shit like that with Nas and all them, with Nas and AZ and shit like that, man. They had like a hell of a run, like you feel what I'm saying, off of just like lyrics. Like that shit was like complimenting each other, and they kept each other on the like P's and Q's, you feel what I'm saying? Or like Capone and Noriega, like shit like that. Like they complimented one another great. Or like the Locks, like you feel what I'm saying? Even though I don't care for the rest of the members of the Locks like that, shouts out to Styles, you feel me? I get crucified for that. I feel like Styles go off on a tangent too much, you feel me? It's crazy. I used to fuck with Styles when I was a young boy. I feel like I was just doing that just to be rebellious, but but even like them, like you feel what I'm saying? They compliment each other, and I feel like that's kind of what Meek miss. I feel like even on that last album with Ross, like it showed, like I tell everybody, like Meek ain't do bad on that album. Ross did. That shit just showed how that shit was just a heavy separation. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like Ross carried his end of the bargain. I feel like he tried to, like Shaq and Kobe, but he couldn't keep up. I feel like he was leaving him on too much shit. I feel like if he did a dual album, he should have did that shit with Wale. So at least it could have been on some Wale rapping for the chicks and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause like that, like I said, Meek got some nice verses on that joint. I feel like Ross and the beats they was picking was terrible. What the
So
fuck?
you saying Meek left Ross in that John?
Yes.
No, he did. It's
Like
crazy.
left him, like Meek pulled up in the fucking Lambo truck. Not a Lambo truck. What's the new trucks?
TRX or something.
No, fuck a TRX. What's the new joint? I think it might be Lamborghini trucks. Was that no? That's a Urus, not the Urus. But either way, Meek pulled up in some super fast foreign shit, and Ross pulled up in the '06 '96 Impala SS or some shit like that. He ain't pull up ready to ball properly, like.
No, I put on my phone Instagram. You see Nelson Wallow and shit.
Yeah,
Chuck
yep. Shouts
now.
out to Chuck now. Pull up in the Uber, leave us on smooth. Yeah, I seen that.
Um,
I spoke that into fruition, man. Nelson need to go work with those guys, man. I feel like a lot of that, the heads up need to go get the people that's getting the emotion need to link with the other guys at the next level to propel to the next level, man. I feel like, I mean, I was hearing there was a lot of freaky tension with whatever the case may be with Gilly saying that he came up with the slogan or some shit like that, pull up in the Uber. And I feel like a lot of that shit just be us just not trying to embrace the fact of the matter of the next man's come up. So we try to do anything to separate ourselves from it instead of coming together for some unity and working. Even if you did, which I don't know of Gilly doing that. I don't
Told you
know.
my man Chuck Nell. Like my man Chuck, listen, I don't know if Gilly got shit going on. Shout out to them, but my man Chuck Nell, that's his slogan. Uber leaves something smoother.
He known for us.
Like he known for, but I just that's just my this is me. Chuck Nell is my man. I know him. We know him. But I think he came up with that slogan. And shout out to Chuck Nell doing this shit with the cars and shit. Like,
well, my man Jay said, you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. You feel what I'm saying?
that's a fact.
I mean, even if he did, like, you feel me? I'm not saying he did. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, Nelson, he running with that shit, man. Pull up in the Uber, leave us on smooth, man. Go holler at my man Nelson, man. Get a wheel, man. Stop fraud talking about that man selling lemons, man. This shit is regular used cars, man. Like, this is the regular situation you gonna get from any person that's selling a used car. And whatever you got wrong with your car, you call my man. He's gonna get anything. He's gonna get right with you and fix it, man. Like, my man just don't want to give it up inevitably that he got the ball right now with that car shit, man. Shouts out to everybody else that sell cars. My man got the ball right now, man.
No,
and he making that shit look good. Big sixer too, man. He making that shit look real
but like
good.
Wallow and shit. Speaking of them, like, do you think? Because I seen like I'm a podcaster, I'm on my YouTube shit. Everybody, we all trying to come up in this shit, and I seen I was watching the Hatali interview. He was with 16 shot him.
I support everything. Before you go in there, I support everything Gigi say, man. That's my nephew, man. I support everything where he going at with that situation, man.
But listen though,
I already know where you going at that. No comment, man.
No,
comment,
bro. No, you gotta get it out.
No comment, man. Shouts out to Gigi,
No,
man.
this ain't about GJ.
Okay.
No,
I know what you gonna say, but go ahead. This ain't about Gigi.
The question was like, I seen the 16 shot visual interview, and he said like he feel like Gillian Wallow, they interview high class like people in Philadelphia. Do you think that they should be like let's use YBC Dude for example. He was popping in the city.
I'll be pleased with the soul and make his great spacious.
Yeah, rest in peace YBC Dude. He said like he was popping in the city. He didn't perform at Powerhouse. Do you think like people like, cause it's Philadelphia and I gotta speak on Philly. Do you think Gillian Wallow should be like interviewing these drill rappers like YBC Dudes, OT7, Skrillers, Hood Tallies, Quillies, like what's your intake on that?
They said Meek Mills was gatekeeping. I'm gonna just say that. They said Meek Mills was gatekeeping. So how they ain't gatekeeping? I'm gonna just say that. They used Meek Mill's platform and crucified Meek. He ain't do this, he ain't do that, he ain't do this, he ain't do that, he ain't Meek everything. It was hating Meek Mills. It was hate Meek Mills. These people was podcasters, interviewers, they going up with Dion, they doing their thing. Shouts out to them guys, man.
Shouts out to him.
You feel me? But Meek ain't do something. I mean,
so basically you're saying like Meek receive all the slander of like certain shit. Not saying why they should
niggas to get smooth sailing, man.
Like, you feel me? So do you feel like the ultimate question is, do you feel like Gillian Wallow should be interviewing people in Philadelphia more?
You said, do I feel like it?
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, shouts out to Gigi, man. I feel like I'm a bipper, man. But I'm definitely a bipper though. But I just feel like, yeah, I mean, I feel like and I'm speaking on Gigi, you know what I mean? What more niggas gotta do? Like, you feel me? Like at the end of the day, like, y'all know that them people mentioning them boys' names and all that, man. Y'all know what y'all can do to help. Why don't y'all do to help it? Because y'all, at one point, shouts out to whatever y'all did and what y'all gained. But at one point, y'all could have used help. You know what I mean? Y'all could say what y'all wanted. I worked hard. I ain't need nobody. But you could have used somebody. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, if you can do it, it ain't going to hurt. Why not? Why are you just interviewing motherfuckers that's popping? You feel me? Because it seemed like you just using them. It seemed like you just benefiting off of the fact of the matter of other people's platforms. When is somebody going to benefit off of your platform? And you can this is another reason, getting back to Oskino, why I feel him. Where it's like, bro, I did it though. And look how you mean? But like I said, that's a whole nother thing. I hope those guys squash that shit, sit down and negotiate a business deal and work further to better themselves, you know what I mean? together as a unit and as individuals. But I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, why wouldn't? Why aren't they? Not even a factor of should they. Why aren't they?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Nobody's big enough. Has Meek even got a
He got one
When-
joint off when he did Expensive Pain.
$1 million worth of game?
Yeah,
So anybody other than Meek, has they ever been up there?
No.
There's a lot of niggas from Philly. Friday, Core.
No, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And Friday, didn't he just drop out?
Yeah, or it's about to come out. It's
Right.
about to come out
Like,
probably now.
there's a lot of niggas from Philly. What's the nigga name? Billie Eilish.
Yeah, him.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I definitely feel like
and just sports. Like, it's a lot of niggas like they can do a lot of niggas. Like, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of content they can do. You feel me? Like I said, man. But like, I mean, if they ain't, if nigga ain't, it seem like if they can't benefit, they don't want to speak on it. I mean, but
shit. Well, you know, like hopefully that's not the fact, but hopefully I don't know, niggas. But you know, everybody's just not the. I guess everybody ain't the same when it's coming to.
everybody definitely not the same.
So like, all right. So like, wrapping this segment up and shit. We touched on Philadelphia. We talked about life lesson tomorrows. We should end the message to like people out here like, you know, trying to like learning lessons and staying on morals. Like, we should end the message to like people like in our city and people you care for and love, like type shit.
My message is, man, shouts out to the guys, man. GG, keep up the good work, man. Stoop, man, we need some motherfucking content, man. Chuck Nell, keep up the good work.
Shout out to Chuck Nell.
I mean, Tay, keep feeding the family, man. Bugs, keep keeping them niggas on the run, man. I'm for the guys, bro. Like, but as far as everybody else, man, do what makes niggas happy, man. The city's starting to be miserable, man. It's just sad, man. And what happened to the cool niggas, man? Bring back the cool niggas, man. RP the cool niggas, bro. Like, everybody want to be overly get money. Everybody want to be overly tough. Like, what happened to the cool niggas, man? I'm bringing cool back, man. I don't want to steal your slogan, Vodka. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause everybody talk about niggas stealing and all that.
That's a
You
fact.
know, bring cool back, man. Real shit, man. But other than that, man, I don't really got too much advice, man. Other than, man, live your life, man. I understand that Allah Most High is recording, man. Well, the angels is recording, and Allah Most High sees it all, man. So you can trick me, but you can't trick him.
That's a fact, man. This is episode 3, Life Lesson in Morals with KY. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody that been rocking with the channel. Subscribe.
Yourself.
You know what I mean? Know yourself. Rest in peace to the God. Rest in peace to everybody in Philadelphia we lost to violence or natural causes. And I'm trying to just take this BugsonTheRun shit podcast to another level. This is episode 3.
That's why I know they got fired, so they can be a podcast.
BugsonTheRun episode 3 with KY. I mean, subscribe, and we're gonna keep dropping content. I got more interviews coming. Hope everybody subscribe to my channel and watch all my interviews, and that's what it is.